Attention, ladies and gentlemen. Early reports just received from official news sources state that all cell phone towers have been knocked out. Attempts to make any connection with friends and family will be rendered useless. Bright lights have also been reported as a culprit to the attack, so do not use your phones or cameras. For God's sake, all radio and television is urging you to stay out of danger. Do not put yourself or others at risk. Please stay safe and alert tonight.
Well, they ought to make the day the time changes the first day of summer.
What?
Well, it's 8 o'clock and it's still light.
Yeah. A lot of good the extra daylight does us. We still have a 3-hour drive back. We won't be home until after midnight.
Well, if it really bugged you, Johnny, you wouldn't do it.
You think I want to blow Sunday on a scene like this? You know, I think we're either going to have to move Mother out here or move the grave to Pittsburgh.
She can't make a trip like this.
Oh, tell me she can't. Is there any more of that candy left?
No.
Look at this thing. We still remember? I don't. You know, I don't even remember what the man looks like.
Johnny, it takes you 5 minutes.
Yeah, 5 minutes to put the wreath on the grave and 6 hours to drive back and forth. Mother wants to remember, so we trot 200 miles into the country. She stays at home.
Well, we're here, John, all right? Which row is it in?
Boy, there's no one around here.
Well, it's late. If you'd have gotten up earlier.
Oh, look, I already lost an hour's sleep with the time
I
change.
think you complained just to hear yourself talk. There it is.
I wonder what happened to the one from last year. Each year, we spend good money getting these things, come back, and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die, and the caretaker or somebody takes them away.
Yeah. A little spit and polish, clean it up, sell it again the next year. I wonder how many times we bought the same one. Come on, Barb. Church was this morning, huh? Hey, I mean, praise for church. Oh, come on.
I haven't seen you in church lately.
Well, There's not much sense in my going to church. Remember when we were small, we came around here? Right over there. I jumped out at you from behind a tree. Oh, and Grandpa got all excited. He shook his fist at me and he said, "Boy, you'll be damned to hell!" Remember that? Right over there. Boy, we used to be real scared here.
Johnny.
Oh. Well, you're still afraid.
Stop it now, I mean it.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Stop it, you're ignorant.
They're coming for you, Barbara.
Stop it, you're acting like a child.
They're coming for you. Look, here comes one now.
He'll hear you.
Oh, he's coming for you. I'm getting out of here.
Johnny. Johnny? Look, I'm sorry about you. Johnny! 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 Help!
What are you...
Key.
And I suppose you tried that.
Do you live here? Jesus!
All right, we gotta get out of here. We need to find some place where there's more people. Oh, we better get some food. I'll see if I can find some.
What's happening? What's happening?
Oh, they're smashing out my headlights. Man, 2 of them. All right. Okay, there are 2 of them out there. I can handle them. Have you seen any more around here?
I don't know.
Look, I know you're afraid,
I
but
don't know what's happening.
don't look at it. Well, they know we're in here now. We gotta get some lights on in this house. Here, why don't you see if you can find us some wood or some boards? Something over by the fireplace, something to nail this place up with. Look, goddammit, I need... Look, I know you're afraid, but we have to try to board up this place tight, okay? I'm gonna board up the windows and the doors, do you understand? Look, we'll be okay here until someone comes to rescue us, but we have to work together. You have to help me here, okay? I need you to get some wood so we can board this place up, okay? Okay? Got that room pretty secure. If we need to, we can come back in here and reinforce this door. It won't be long before those things pound their way in here. They're afraid now. They're afraid of fire, I found that out. Do you know that place back down the road called Beekman's Diner? Anyway, that's where I found that truck I have out there. Here. I want you to pick out the biggest nails you can find. There's a radio in that truck. I jumped in to listen to it. When a big gasoline truck came screaming down the road. There's been 10 or 15 of those things, chasing after it, grabbing and holding on. I couldn't see it first. I could just see that it was moving in a funny way. You know? These things just catching up to it. One right across the road, I slammed on my brakes to keep from hitting it myself. So we were right through the guardrail, I guess. I guess the driver must have cut off the road. There's a big gas station back by Beekman's Diner. And we're right through a billboard. They ripped over a gas pump and never stopped moving. Oh, and now it's like a moving bonfire. I didn't know if I was going to explode or what. You know? I could still hear the man screaming. These things just backing away from it. I looked back to the diner to see if there's anyone that could help it. That's when I noticed the entire place had been encircled. Wasn't a sign of life left except by now there are no more screams. That's when I realized that I was alone. 50 or 60 of those things just standing there staring at me. I started to drive out. You know, I plowed right through them, but they didn't move. They didn't run, they just stood there, staring at me. I just wanted to crush them. They scattered through the air like bugs.
He came to put a wreath on my father's grave, Johnny, and then he said, "Can I have some candy, Barbara?" We didn't have any, and oh, it's hot in here. It's hot. And he said, "Oh, it's late. Well, why did we start so late?" And I said, "Johnny, if you'd have gotten up earlier, we wouldn't be late." Johnny asked me why we're afraid, and I said, I'm not afraid, Johnny. And then this man started walking up the road. He came slowly, and Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barb." And I laughed at him, and I said, "Johnny, stop it." And then Johnny ran away, and I went up to this man, and I started to apologize.
Listen, why don't you just keep
and I looked up, and I said, "What do you think?" And he grabbed
running out of elements. These stations remain on the air day and night. This station and hundreds of other radio and TV stations throughout this part of the country are pooling their resources to emergency efforts to keep you informed of all developments. At this hour, we repeat, these are the facts as we know. There is an epidemic of mass murders committed by the virtual armies of unidentified assassins. Murders are taking place in villages, cities, rural homes, and suburbs with no apparent motive or reason for the slay. It seems to be a general explosion of mass homicide. We now have some descriptions of the assassins. Eyewitnesses say they are ordinary looking people. Some say they appear to be in kind of a trance. Others describe them as being grotesque. So at this point, there's no really authentic way for us to say who or what to look for in target suffocation. Misshapen monsters. The reaction of law enforcement officials is one of complete bewilderment at this hour. So far, we've been unable to determine if any kind of organized investigation is yet underway. Police, sheriff's deputies, and emergency ambulances are literally flooded with calls for help. The scene can best be described as mayhem. Mayors of Pittsburgh, Philadelphia, and Erie, along with the governors of certain eastern and midwestern states, indicate the National Guard may be mobilized at any moment. That has not happened as yet. The only other information that reporters have been able to obtain from official sources is a warning for all citizens to stay in their homes behind locked doors. Do not venture outside for any reason until the nature of this crisis has been determined. And until we can find what course of action to take. Keep listening to radio and television for any special instructions.
I found the gun and some bullets upstairs. Look, this place is boarded up pretty solid now, alright? We're gonna be here for a while. There's a gun, there's food, there's bullets, and a radio. Alright, sooner or later someone's bound to come and get us out. Look, I don't know if you're hearing me, but I'm going upstairs for now. Okay, if anything should try to break in here, I'd be down to take care of it. I can hear from up there. Okay, I'll be back to reinforce the doors and the windows later, but you'll be okay for now. Do you understand? Okay? Okay?
As soon as possible following that meeting. This is the latest dispatch just received in our newsroom. The latest word also from National Press Services in Washington. Now tells us that the emergency presidential conference, which we just mentioned, will include high-ranking scientists from the National Aeronautics and Space Administration. All radio and television stations join the facilities and emergency network to bring you this news as it's published. We urge you to stay tuned to radio and television, stay indoors at all costs. Late reports reaching this newsroom tell us to advise citizens who are seeking shelter to report to local schools, churches, government buildings, and emergency facilities for refuge from the wholesale murders which are apparently engulfing the eastern third of the nation. You are not indoors, for God's sake, get off the streets. You're inside? Watch your doors and windows uptight. Civil defense officials in Cumberland, Maryland, have told newsmen that murder victims show signs of having been partially devoured. Consistent reports from witnesses to the effect of people who acted as though they were in kind of a trance before killing and eating their victims prompted authorities to examine the bodies of some of the victims who looked as though they had been torn apart. Medical authorities in Cumberland concluded that in all cases, the killers are eating the flesh of the people they murdered. Repeating this latest bulletin that we just received moments ago from Cumberland, Maryland, civil defense authorities have told newsmen that murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers. Medical examinations of victims' bodies show conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh.
Hey! Hold on! It's okay! It's okay! Hey! Don't shoot!
These and other
Radio!
we've been receiving and passing on to you. The force has been verified.
How long have you guys been down there? I could use some help up here.
That's the cellar. It's the safest place.
You mean you didn't hear the racket we were making?
How are we supposed to know what's going on? It could have been those things for all we knew.
That girl was screaming. Surely you must know what a girl screaming sounds like. Those things don't make that kind of noise. Anybody would know someone's in need of help.
Look, it's kind of hard to hear what's going on from down there.
We thought we could hear her scream, but for all we knew, it just meant those things were in the house after her.
And you wouldn't have come up and helped.
Well, if there are more of them,
How are we... The racket sounded like the place was being ripped apart. How are we supposed to know what's going on?
Now wait a minute. You just got through saying how you couldn't hear a thing from down there. Now you're telling me it sounded like the place was being ripped apart. It'd be nice if you got your story straight, man.
All right, now you tell me. I'm not going to take that kind of risk. We got a safe place. We luck into a safe place, and now you're telling me we got to risk our lives just because someone might need help?
Yeah, something like that.
All right. Why don't we settle this?
Look, mister, we came up, okay? We're here now. I suggest we all go back downstairs before any of those thieves find out we're in
They
here.
can't get in here.
You got the whole place boarded up?
Most of it. All but a few spots upstairs. It won't be hard to fix.
You're crazy. The cellar is the safest
I'm
place.
telling you, those things can't get in here.
I'm telling you, those things turned over our car. We were damn lucky to get away at all. And now you're telling me those things can't get through a lousy pile of wood?
He has a wife and kid downstairs. The kid's hurt.
Well, I still think we're better off up here.
We could straighten everything up, Mr. Cooper.
Listen, with all of us working together, we can fix the place up in no time. We have everything we need up here.
We can take all that stuff downstairs with us. Man, you're really crazy, you know that? You got 1 million windows up here. All these windows, you're gonna make them strong enough to keep those things
I'm
out?
telling you, those things don't have any strength. I smashed 3 of them and pushed 1 through that door.
Did you hear me when I told you they turned over our
Oh,
car?
hell, any 5 good men could do that.
Yeah, that's my point. When there's not gonna be 5, 6, or even 10. There's gonna be 20, 30, maybe even 100. And as soon as they find out we're in here, this place is gonna be crawling.
Well, if that's the case, they'll probably get us wherever we are.
Look, the cellar. The cellar has 1 door, right? Just 1 door. I have it fixed so it locks the doors from the inside. But up here, all these windows, why we never know where they were gonna hit us next.
You got a point, Mr. Cooper. But down in the cellar, there's no place to run to. I mean, if they did get in, there'd be no back exit. We'd be done for. We can make it out of here if we have to. We've got windows to see what's going on outside. I mean, but down there with no windows, if a rescue party did come, we wouldn't even know it.
But the cellar is the safest
The
place.
cellar is a death trap.
I don't know, Mr. Cooper. I think he's right. You know how many's out there?
I don't know, maybe 6 or 7.
Look, you two can do whatever you like, but you better decide. 'Cause I'm going back down in that cellar. I'm gonna board up that door, and I'm not gonna unlock it no matter what happens.
Now, wait a minute.
No, I'm not gonna wait. I've made my decision. Now you make
Now,
yours.
wait a minute. Let's think about this. We can make it to the cellar if we have to. And if we decide to stay down there, we'll need some things from up here. So let's at least consider this a while.
Listen, you locked yourself down in that cellar, and those things get in the house, you've had it. At least up here you stand a fighting chance.
It looks like about 8 or 10 of them now.
Well, there's a lot more than there were. I think there may be a lot out back too.
Harry! Harry, what's happening?
It's all right.
Here, we gotta fix these doors.
You're insane. There's things gonna be every door and window in this place. We've got to get down this cellar.
Go on in your damn cellar and get out of here then.
I'm taking the girl with
No,
me.
you leave her. You keep your hands off her and everything else that's up here too. Because if I stay up here, I'm fighting for everything that's up here. And the food and the radio is part of what I'm fighting for. Now if you're gonna get down that cellar, you better get.
The man's insane. He's insane. We've got that food down there. We've got a right.
This your house?
We've got a right.
You going down there with him?
Well,
Yes or no? This is your last chance, no beating around the bush.
Listen, I've got a kid down there. She can't. I couldn't bring her up here. She couldn't possibly stand there after those things trying to bust through those windows.
Well, you're her father. And if you're stupid enough to go die in that trap, then that's your business. However, I'm not stupid enough to follow you. It is tough with a kid that our own band is so stupid. Now, if you're gonna go down that cellar, you better get. You can be the boss down there, but I'm the boss up here.
You bastards. I won't open this door again. I mean it.
Mr. Cooper, with your help,
With my
Hey,
help!
let him go, man. This mind's made up. Just let him go.
Wait a minute. Judy, come on up here, honey.
You're gonna let them get her too?
It's okay. Go ahead. If we stick together, man, we can fix it up real good. There's lots of places to run to up here. Mr. Cooper! We'd all be a lot better off if all three of us were working together!
Hey, kid. He's wrong, you know. I'm not boxing myself down in there.
Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What about Tom and Judy?
They want to stay up there? Let them. There's two other people up there. A man and a girl.
We heard the screaming.
Yeah, but I didn't know who they were. And I wasn't about to take any unnecessary chances.
Of course not, Harry.
She all right?
I don't know what it is. She feels warm. Maybe it's shock.
Where'd you get the bandages?
Some laundry in the basket. I tore a sheet.
Let them stay upstairs. Too many ways those monsters can get in up there. We'll see who's right. We'll see when they come begging me to let them in down here.
That's important, isn't it?
What?
To be right. Everybody else to be wrong.
What do you mean by that?
Does anyone upstairs know why we're being attacked?
Whatever it is just going on here. There's mass murder everywhere. People are supposed to look for a safe place to hide. The radio said to stay.
Radio?
Yeah. There's a radio upstairs. I heard a news bulletin.
There's a radio upstairs and you boarded us in down here?
I know what I'm doing, Helen.
What did it say?
Nothing. Nothing. They don't know anything yet. There's mass murder everywhere. And people are supposed to look for a safe place to hide.
Harry, unboard that door.
We're staying down here, Helen.
Harry, that radio is at least some form of communication. If the authorities know what's going on, they'll send people for us. They'll tell us what to do. How are we supposed to know what's going on out there? We lock ourselves in this dungeon. Those people upstairs, they aren't our enemies. Look, we may not enjoy living together, but dying together isn't going to solve anything.
Mr. Cooper! Ben found a television set upstairs.
Let's go up. Tom?
Yeah?
If Judy could come downstairs for a few minutes, Harry and I can come upstairs.
Okay, yeah. Can you do it?
I can't.
Look, honey, nothing's gonna get done with them down there and us up here. Do this for me. Okay, open up.
I'll take good care of her, Helen. She's all I have. Why don't you go upstairs now?
Her brother was killed.
Hey, give me a hand with this thing.
go have Ben with the television.
Don't be scared of me. I'm Helen Cooper, Harry's wife.
This place is ridiculous. There's a million weak spots up here. Give me
Her brother was just killed.
Man, they talk about these windows. I can't see a damn thing. There could be 15 million out there.
Why don't you do something to help somebody?
There's a socket over here.
Hey, drag that table over there.
Now I want you to watch this and try and understand what's going on. I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Hey, I don't want to hear any more from you, mister. If you stay up here, you take orders from me. And that includes leaving the girl alone.
Hey, it's on! It's on!
There's no sound. Play with the rabbit ears. Come on, play with the rabbit
Hey,
ears.
shut up.
Wave of murder, which is sweeping the eastern third of the nation, is being committed by creatures who feast upon the flesh of their victims. First eyewitness accounts of this twisted development came from people who are understandably frightened and almost incoherent. Official and newsmen at first discounted those eyewitness descriptions as being beyond belief. However, the reports persisted. Medical examinations of some of the victims brought out the fact that they had been partially devoured. I think we have some late word just arriving. We interrupt to bring this to you. This is the latest disclosure in a report from the National Civil Defense Headquarters in Washington. It's been established that persons who have recently died and coming back to life and committing acts of murder. A widespread investigation from funeral homes, hospitals, and morgues has concluded that the unburied are reviving from life and finding human victims. It's hard to believe what we're reporting to you, but it does seem to be fact. When this emergency first began, radio and television were advising people to stay indoors behind locked doors for safety. Well, that situation has now changed. And we're able to bring forth a definite course of action. Civil defense machinery has organized rescue stations to provide food, shelter, medical treatment, and protection by armed National Guard. Stay tuned to your local broadcasting stations for the list of these rescue stations. This list will be repeated throughout our news coverage. Look for the rescue station nearest you and make your way to that location as soon as possible. In connection, an emergency meeting was held this afternoon by the President. Since convening this conference by the Presidential Cabinet, the FBI, the Joint Chiefs of Staff, and the CIA has not yet concluded any public information. Why are space experts being consulted about an Earthbound emergency? So far, all the betting on answers to that question covers around the recent Explorer satellite shot to Venus. That satellite, you'll recall, started back to Earth but never got here. That's the space vehicle which orbited Venus and was purposely shot down by NASA when scientists discovered a mysterious high-level radiation with it. Could that radiation be somewhat responsible for the wholesale murders we're now suffering? Dr. Grimes, your entire staff, I know, has been working really hard to find some solution to the things that are happening. Do you have any answers at this time?
Yes, we do have some answers, but first let me stress the importance of seeking medical attention for anyone who's been injured in any way. We don't know yet what complications might result from such injuries.
Is there a connection between the radiation on the Venus probe and the recent epidemic of murder?
Well, the Venus probe did carry an unusual amount of radiation, certainly enough to cause mutations. At the university in the cold room, we have a cadaver from which all 4 limbs had been amputated. Sometime early this morning, it opened its eyes and tried to move its trunk. It was dead, but it opened its eyes and tried to move. Any dead body should be disposed of immediately, preferably by cremation.
Well, How long after death, then, can the body become reactivated?
We don't know for sure. It could be a matter of minutes.
Minutes. That doesn't give people time to make any arrangements.
No, it doesn't give them time to make funeral arrangements. You must take the bodies out in the street and burn them. Soak them in gasoline and burn them. The bereaved will have to forego the dubious comforts that a funeral service will give. They're just dead flesh. And dangerous.
Alright. It's obvious we have to try and get out of here. See, we have that truck. If we could just get some gas and we can get out of here.
There's a gas pump out by the shed.
Yeah, I know, that's why I put it in here, but it's locked.
I'm gonna get it over to that pump.
Willard! It just said Willard. That's only about 17 miles from here.
You know this area? You from around here?
Judy and I are both from around here. We were on our way down to the lake. Judy had a radio, and that's when we heard the first reports about this. So we knew the old house was here, and we came in, and that's when we found the lady on the stairs, dead. And then these other people came in. We went down into the basement and put a bar across the door. And it is pretty strong.
It said the rescue stations have doctors and medical supplies. We need help for Karen.
How can we possibly get away from here? We got a sick child, 2 women, 1 woman out of her head. Those things out there.
Listen, how bad's your kid been hurt? You go downstairs and tell, Judy, okay? You go downstairs and tell Judy to come up, and you stay with the kid, okay?
I want you upstairs. Did she ask for me?
She has.
I don't understand. Baby? Baby, it's Mom. I hurt.
I'll come back down as soon as I find out what they want.
Thank you, Judy.
Alright, look. I need you to get some bedspreads and sheets to tear up into small strips, okay?
I'll see what I can find.
We need bottles or jars to make Molotov cocktails. Hold them up while we try to escape.
Hey, there's a can of kerosene and some fruit jars down in the cellar.
There's a key ring down there. It might have a key to the gas tank.
I'll check.
Alright. We can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Meantime, a couple of us can go out and try to get the gas and come back for the rest of the people.
We've got to leave a door open someplace.
Alright, you're right. Alright, you ready for this one? It's closer to the truck. Alright, we'll put together whatever supplies we can behind the cellar door, and the rest of you can hole up in there while we're gone.
There's a key on here labeled for the gas pump.
I'm not used to the truck. I found it abandoned.
I can handle the truck. No sweat.
Alright, you're it then. You and I will go. We'll put together whatever lumber we can behind the cellar door. Alright? You can toss the cocktails from a window upstairs. Tom, you and I will onboard this door. After you toss the cocktails, hustle back down here and lock this door. Alright, it's no good to board it back up because we have to get back in here quickly. Alright, once we get the gas and get back into the house, then we can worry about getting everybody back into the truck. Alright? Alright, then let's move.
You always have a smile for me. How can you smile like that all the time? Come on, honey, we've got to move.
Tom, are you sure about the phone?
The phone is dead out. All you get is a recorded message.
If I could only call the folks. They're gonna be so worried about us.
Everything's going to be all right. As soon as we get to Willard, we'll call them. They might even be there.
I know. Are you sure we're doing the right thing, Tom?
What? About getting out of here?
Yes.
Well, the television said that's the right thing to do. We've got to get to a rescue station.
I don't know.
Come on, honey. You're starting to sound like Mr. Cooper now.
Why do you have to go out there?
Look, I know how to handle that truck. And I can handle the pump. Ben doesn't know anything about that stuff.
But we're safe in here!
For how long, honey? We're safe now, but there's gonna be more and more of those things.
I know all that!
Listen, remember when we had the big flood? Remember how difficult it was for us to convince you that it was right to leave? Remember? Remember we had to go to Willard Den? This isn't a passing thing, honey. It's not like just a wind passing through. We've got to do something. And fast.
I just don't want you to go out there. That's all.
What's that big smile for me, huh? Boy, I sure could use that now. I've got work to do, honey. And you...
Got to get her downstairs.
You have to go downstairs with Barbara.
She's right. We have to go downstairs now. Just for a little while until we get back. Then we can all leave.
I'd like to leave, yes.
Good luck.
Good luck.
You ready up there?
Yeah!
Okay. Toss him.
Go on, go ahead!
I'm going with him.
Get down the cellar!
No!
The truck's on fire! Get away from the pump! Hang on! Get away from the pump now!
Harry! Oh my God, Harry!
Down the cellar!
Cooper! Cooper, let me in! Let me in! Ah! I had to take you out there and feed you to those things myself.
Is it 11 o'clock yet? There's supposed to be another broadcast at 11 o'clock.
10 minutes.
Only 10 more minutes? We don't have very long to wait. We could leave. But we better leave soon. It's 10 minutes to 11.
Hey, you know anything about this area at all? Is Willard the nearest town?
I don't know. We were just trying to get to a motel before dark.
You said those things flipped the car over. You think we can turn it back on its wheels and drive it out? Where is it?
Seems like it was pretty far. It seems like we ran it.
Forget it! It's at least a mile.
Johnny has the keys.
You're gonna carry that child a mile?
I can carry the kid. What's wrong with her? How'd she get hurt?
One of those things grabbed her.
Bit her on the arm.
What's wrong?
Who knows what kind of diseases those things can carry? Is she conscious?
Barely.
She's too weak. She can't walk.
Well, one of us can still try to get to the car.
You gonna turn it over by yourself?
Can't start the car. Johnny has the keys.
What? What? You have a car? Where? Where is it?
You won't be able to start
I
it.
know that, but where is it? Where is it?
This is Bill Bordeaux, WICL-TV 11 News, coming to you live. At this hour, officials report the level of mysterious radiation continues to increase steadily. So, as long as this situation remains, government spokesmen warn that dead bodies will continue to be transformed into the flesh-eating ghouls. All persons who die during this crisis from whatever cause will come back to life to seek human victims, unless their bodies are first disposed of by cremation. All law enforcement agencies and the military have been organized to search out and destroy the marauding ghouls.
Hey, make sure you put that thing all the way in the fire. We don't want to get it up again.
The Survival Command Center at the Pentagon has disclosed that a ghoul can be killed by a shot in the head or a heavy blow to the skull. Officials are quoted as explaining that since the brain of a ghoul has been activated by the radiation, the plan is kill the brain and you kill the ghoul. Boulder County Sheriff Conan McLennan is now just returning from conducting a search and destroy operation against the ghouls. Chief McLennan, how's everything going?
Oh, things aren't going too bad. The men are taking it pretty good.
Well, Chief McLennan, do you think we'll be able to defeat these things?
Well, we killed 19 of them today right in these areas. Those last 3 we caught trying to claw their way into an abandoned shed. They must have thought somebody was in there. They weren't, though. We were to make all kind of noise. We came over, beat them off, pressed them down.
Chief,
Yeah?
we're moving down that way.
Yeah, okay. You want to get on the other side of the road over there, get the dogs and go check out the pole bar.
Well, Chief McLennan, if I were surrounded by 6 or 8 of these things, would I stand a chance?
Well, there's no problem. If you had a gun, shoot them in the head. That's a sure way to kill them. If you don't, get yourself a club or a torch, beat them or burn them. They go up pretty easy.
Well, Chief McLennan, how long do you think it will take you to get the situation under control?
Well, that's pretty hard to say. We don't know how many of them there are. We know when we find them, we can kill them.
Are they slow-moving, Chief?
Are they slow moving? Yeah, they're slow moving. They're dead. They're all messed up.
Well, Chief McLennan, do you think you'll be able to wrap this up within, say, 24 hours?
Well, we don't really know. We know we'll be into it most of the night, probably into the early morning. We're moving our way toward Willard, and we're hoping to team up with the National Guard over there. Then we'll be able to get a more definite view.
Thank you very much, Chief McLennan. Thank you very
pleasure.
much. This is Bill Bordeaux, WICL News. Fact or fiction, I'll be there first. Back to you, Romero.
Uh-oh.
Hey, is there a fuse box in the cellar?
I don't know. No, it isn't the fuse box. The power lines are down. I have to get my hands on that gun.
Haven't you had enough?
2 people are dead on account of that man. Take a look out that window.
Hey, get over here, man. Help us with this board. Come on, get over here.
Go ahead. Go ahead. You want to step here now? Get down the cellar, Helen. Get down the cellar. Move.
Harry! Baby, no!